Well, I'm back with my project planner, and I decided that I will share part of how I put together this. As I mentioned, this is my project planner, and what I have here is just simple papers that I get from, also this is from the company, my Happy Planner, just old rings that I have from an old planner. This is the planners, maybe one of the older planners too, front page or board, how do you call this, cover. And I use these papers that I got also from Happy Planner, that is just dots, and what I try to do is just put all the information. It can be one, or as you see, this is a different paper, so it's not like it has to be just this. You can have different kind of paper. I cover some of the stuff that say in the paper, and I just did my design. And I think the other one, this is another one of those. If you see, you really don't have to worry about how the paper looks. This was another, I kind of cover stuff. So if you have any of the papers, or also if you don't have a Happy Planner paper, you can just make one by yourself. It doesn't have to be one of those. So this is just my blank canvas, and my project is to do curtains. So I will draw the curtains and put kind of the measures that I need for the beginning. I'm trying to copy this one that is an old curtain, and I need to see what they do and how it is that they get this. So I will say that I have, looking at this, is the top like that, and it kind of comes from there like this, and it has a little more flare there. Now, very simple, but I have to also measure what is the space that it has where it comes this little, I am not sure how you call this one. And then I have, in each one of these, I have a ring. I have to attach a ring there. So here it has another measures here, because you have here in the back side you have little bind like this, and then in the top it has another bind like that, and also is saved in this way. I'm sorry that I don't know a lot of the terminology of the sewing, because like I mentioned in my previous video, I'm brand new on sewing, and I really didn't have any training, and I just follow YouTube videos. So what I want to do is now draw this with my, that is draw, can you see it? I will go with my darker marker, and then I will put the measures. I will measure my old curtain. Okay, we got the basic information about the fabric measures and everything. Now all that I want to do is my supply. So I will be using this fabric. This will be the rings that I'm using, and these are the little decorations that I want to put at the end some kind of crochet that I want to do, and also I want to use this thread that is to combine all these. So what I will do right now is take a picture of all these items together to put on my log, so I keep information in case I am kind of forgetting something, or in the future I want to see what I use, you know, things like that. So I will take first one picture of this. I have my camera here, and I will print these little pictures for reference. It's part of my project here. So let me get my little printer. I use an Sprocket HP. I have for almost a year now, and I really love this one. The quality is okay. It's not like a really amazing printer, but it makes the job on what I want to print and have, just for memory keeping and other stuff. So we will go for that one. I will print. Okay, we got this part of the project that I will put also here. I will put a title here because it doesn't make sense like that. Maybe I will put this time. I haven't put dates on the other ones, but I will do it. So this is 21. Actually, we'll delete this part. And we will put the picture here. And I will not cut any little piece yet because I have to make sure that to leave the sample here, because I want to make sure that I have enough for my curtains before I put samples. I usually leave a little sample of the fabric, and then I put where I got, and I have also the price and everything. So it was a sale, so I'm sure that I will not be able to get so easy. And I can now find the salvage with name, like usually in this part they have a name, but I couldn't find it. So far we are doing it that way. Okay, so let me see. Right now I'm doing this part. I'm trying to copy exactly how this one is, that it does like this little tree plies, or I don't know how you call, and they don't sew all together. I was worried about that. They do a little sewing there, and then they sew all this way back. So that's what I will do, and the separation between each one of those is like 5 inches here and 3 inches at the beginning. So let's see how I do. Well, after I finish all this part, finally I figure out how to do. Now I'm working on this part. I have to really figure out how to have these rings there, but being able to remove when I need to wash the curtain. And so far this is what it comes to me that maybe will work. Let me show you. So I did some strips like this. I'm trying to use all that I have left. I cut them and I did a stitch there. I did a little knot, so in that way when you take this ring and make the knot on the ring, this ring stay straight. So far that's the best solution that I have. I don't know if I like, but it looks very rustic also, you know. It doesn't have to look like factory made, but what I want is look rustic. Now I don't have enough of the rings. I need to see how it looks with all these rings. I have this one practically done, and I need to put all those here and see how it looks with this size of rings before I order more, because maybe I will need to order smaller. The other part that I did, it took me a few tries, and I found a way to do a border for the curtain that will be not so big, because all that I found was too big and make the curtain longer, and we don't want that. So I made this. I have a sample and all the instructions to follow, and I did the first one on this one that I'm doing, also the rings, because I want to just put the rings with this little detail. I think I would not put this. I don't think it will match, or it can be kind of hanging. No, I think it will be like that. And I will hang this one to see if the length is right. If the length is too short, I can add the little decoration. If not, also I have to see with these rings. So let's put all the strips on this one. This is how the page is going while I'm doing my curtains, and this is what I'm trying to give like information. This was basic of what I wanted to use, what I was planning. If you see the pictures, it has actually the picture of the rings that I first thought that it would be a good idea to have. But while I was doing that, I noticed that I needed a different ring, and I changed for a different one. This is the fabric. I have all the information about the fabric and what kind of fabric it is and where I got and how much I paid for that. This is the border of the curtains, what I did my project on crochet, and kind of the instructions of what I did. I usually, when I have these, I am very visual and I love to just see these. I learned it in that way. I was kind of self-trained, how do you say that? I am not sure, but I learned it just counting numbers and looking graphics because it was easy for me. My grandma teach me just the basic things, and it was easy to know what is a chain and how to do simple or double chains and stuff like that. I don't even know the real names. Like I say, I just learn by myself, and so I follow instructions like that. Sometimes I watch videos. In this one I was watching a video that they were doing, and it was easy, but I wanted to keep just the basic instructions. And the back side also I have how I put together the strips that I create that will be easy for me to keep the rings on the curtain. Let me get these. And as I mentioned before, I used to have these on the first curtain that I hang, just like sample. I noticed that it makes the curtain go down too much, so I got a smaller rings. It's not like a huge difference, but it makes the difference when you hang the curtains. And I actually copy the one that I have here, and I put the measures in case that I don't have never again. These are the two left, but you never know, I'm planning to use for more projects too. And I put the size and how I hang them, like how I put this string in the back side, and I make a knot first before the ring. In that way the ring will stay straight when it's hanging. It was what I wanted. Then I have here other information that I want to keep is what kind of thread I use. This is Onsleigh DDS Classic 10 crochet thread, and it has the instructions how to clean and all that part. I will not cut and put here because I still having a lot and I won't be doing more projects, and usually I just keep this on my thread, so when I'm working I keep there and I can keep adding the information on my projects. For this project it was asking for a 1.5 millimeters crochet, but I actually went for we went for the 1.5. It says 7 1.5. This is an 8 1.5. I am not sure why the difference. I have different kind, and I tried to use another one that is a 1.7, no, 1.5. Where it is? It's this one, but it's so different from this one. If you see the difference, one is thinner than the other one, and I noticed the difference when I was knitting, doing the crochet. So I will put the information that I use that one, and so I took a picture of this so I can use this to keep the information. I have the picture on my phone, and I will print with my little printer. It didn't came too clear, but I will add the information, but at least I have the basic here. Since it's too big and I only want the main thing, I don't have to worry about so much detail on the picture, so it will fit there. And I can add here all the other information about the care part of this. Here we are. So we have the information about the thread, and also I put here that I use the 8.5, and we have that part. With all these, it's easy for me if I want to do just new curtains in the future, or I want to fix something that came wrong here, or at least I want to make sure how I will wash everything. I have the information, and just on base of all this I know that I have to use gentle cycle, and I have to do with warm water. When I finish the drying part, I have to, when I finish the raising part, I have to take this off, and with a towel make this block will help, and then I can just hang the other part or let it dry all together in the towel, you know, like blocking a project. So this is the way that I did my projects and how I keep information. Now we will put on the project book. This will go on my project planner, and usually I put it from the one that I just finished, like here. If I have another project that I'm working, I just put that project in front and just keep adding the information. Don't try to write while it's here, because you know, with all this stuff that you have to make sure that you are now writing on the hard part. And here it is, my project and my curtains. And let me show you some of the pictures of how my curtains look and some pictures of this. Thank you for watching, and watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.